Um, Welcome back again to my life. I think one of the most humbling things ever is realizing that um, your dreams don't care about how you feel. Okay, your goals don't care about are you having a good day? How do you feel today? Are you doing well? Your dreams and goals don't really care about that, which is why some coaches will tell you that they don't believe in motivation, they believe in discipline, right? Because motivation requires that you need to feel good to get up and do it. Motivation requires that I need to be happy today, I need to feel purpose driven today before I can do what needs to be done. But discipline says if there's something that needs to be done, I get up and do it irrespective of how I feel, right? If there's something that needs to be done, I get up and do it irrespective of whatever else is happening around me, right? Which is why there's some people that their lives can be falling apart and they will still be working on their goals. Their lives can be like they could be going through a divorce and they will still show up for business, right? Whatever is going on in their life does not affect them conducting their business. Your people like that because they are so goal driven, so focused that they tend not to like they don't react to emotions, right? What they react to is logic. And I think it works mostly with men, right? Because women are more emotional, right? So if something emotional is going on in my life, I may not be attending to business as much as I should. But for me, it's just a very humbling thing that life doesn't stop for you, no matter how you feel. Life doesn't stop. Life doesn't stop to like pat you on the shoulder, no matter how you are feeling at that particular moment. Life must still go on. I feel like that's one of the most humbling things ever, that life will continue to go on, irrespective of how we feel, irrespective of what we are thinking, irrespective of how we are doing, whether we are happy, we are grieving, we are sad, or whatever. Life will continue to go on. I think that's one of the most humbling things ever. So we are only here for a limited period of time, and while you are alive, you want to do the best that you know how to do while you're here. You don't want to slack, and then at the end of the day, you feel like I should have done better. I say this every time I come on live that overall one of my greatest goals is to do everything that I know how to do to the best of my ability. So at the end of the day, I don't have any regrets whatsoever. I say that often because really that is like the major goal, to do the best that you know how to do. So it doesn't matter if you do something and you fail at that thing, you go ahead and do something else, right? Even the Bible says, whatever your hand finds to do it well, right? Meaning that sometimes we feel like our destiny is tied to one particular thing. Sometimes it's not. It's all about you doing the best that you can do with the opportunity that has been presented before you. I can see people joining the live. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Welcome to the live today. It's nice to have you here. Today is a Thursday, so just let me know how work went. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what's on your mind. Let me know what you're thinking. Right? So you can just drop a comment in the comment box. And of course, maybe you're joining my live for the very first time. Most times I talk about live. Um, I went through a really hard time, right? And that was when I discovered people will talk about motivational, inspirational quotes, but for me, I don't see it that way. That was when I discovered the motivational aspect of life. I will not really say motivational, but I would say inspirational, right? That was when I started reading books, I started watching movies that started to uplift my life. And the thing is that the more you work on yourself, the more your mindset changes, the more your mind expands, right? Someone is here. Hi, Netflix Hood. Welcome to the live. Where are you joining in from? It's nice to have you here, but this is my first time seeing you on my live. So let me know where you are joining in from. I hope you had a nice day. I hope that you're doing well. Mia says your hair looks pretty. Thank you so much. This is my natural hair. I'm African, of course, and in Africa we have coily hair. As you can see, this is how our hair comes. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. I just did this hairdo by myself under like 5 minutes. It's my go-to hairstyle. I'm trying to rock my hair more rather than doing more of weaves, attachment wigs. I'm trying to embrace my natural hair more. Okay, you're from Kenya. That's nice. That's lovely. I've never been to Kenya, but Kenya is on the list of places that I want to travel to when I begin to travel. I loved Kenya. I know that many tourists visit that place, but I want to know what's the experience like when you're living in Kenya, right? Because I know that visiting as a visitor, as a tourist, is very different from when you live there. So, what's it like in Kenya? What's it like being Kenyan and living in Kenya? Is it as fun in everyday life as for tourists when they visit? You can just give me an insight. Netflix food. Hi, Anas Bello. Oh, also, my brother, you're a guy, right? Oh, yeah, my brother. Nice to have you here. I'm doing well, and you? How is your day going? It's almost weekend, so I hope you are getting ready to enjoy your weekend. So, do you have a 9 to 5, or do you run a business? Anas Bello. That name sounds a bit northern, if I'm correct. Junior, nice to have you here. I'm fine. I'm doing well. I was working earlier, but I just finished, so I said let me come on live and see who is here and have a little chat. Mia is from America. That's nice. That's lovely. I've never been to America, but um, I feel like I've seen some certain things about Americans on the media, right? And as much as people might say bad things about them, I feel like Americans also have certain qualities that I like and I admire. And I do know some places in America anyway, so I've never been there, but of course, social media now you can find out about places in an instant. You can find out information about any place possible. Just a weekend, not for me. I work every day. Really? Do you? I thought in the medical field you guys take turns. Like you might be working today, like you might have a shift today, and then you will not have a shift tomorrow. I actually thought that's how it goes. I thought that's how it works. But like you working every day, I don't think that's healthy. There's a time I came across a post where the lady is a nurse and she was talking about how people in the medical field they are so overworked, right? You'll be attending to one patient and then another patient comes in. Okay, they were talking about how some nurses and doctors don't attend to emergency cases, swiftly, how they can be nonchalant sometimes. And she was trying to explain how some of the people in the medical department they are overworked because one person can be handling 5 patients at a time, right? And your shift, the person that should even cover the next shift may not come on time. So you would need to like be on ground to be able to cover that person's shift. So basically, she was just explaining how people are overworked in the medical field. I don't think it's good enough for you to work every day, except if you're working from home. But you going to work physically every blessed day, uh, I don't approve though. But anyways, I think you just do what's best for you at the moment. Yes, every day I come here, or every time I come here on live, I come here to motivate people as much as I can. And I think that's one of the hardest jobs because you will not feel your best self. Like there are certain things that I want people to do as a hobby. It's not everything that you enjoy doing that should be monetized, if you ask me. Because sometimes if you turn something that you love into work, you take out the fun from it, you take out the joy from it, right? For example, I come here every day because I do enjoy talking in my spare time. Not like every day, but I come here often, right? Because I enjoy talking in my spare time. I enjoy motivating other people. But there's certain days I don't come here, especially on days that I feel down, especially on days that I feel low. And I want to drop this tip. If you feel depressed at any point, if you feel really sad, I think one of the remedies is for you to get up and go outside, especially if you've been at home in your house for like let me say 2 days straight and you start to feel gloomy, you start to feel depressed. I think one of the remedies is to get up and go outside, honestly, because when you go outside, you get to interact with other people, you get to see the sun, you see nature, you see fresh air, right? You see different things and you get out of your head. But if you're stuck inside your house, you are, especially for those that live alone, you are living in your head basically, right? So I think if you're feeling depressed or moody, please try and go outside, try and get fresh air, right? Try and touch grass, communicate with other people. Mia said, I love your earrings. Thank you so much. Mia, thank you for being here. Please do give this live a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thank you so much. But yeah, these earrings, I got them from a shop here around my area. They're really beautiful, and anytime I wear it outside, people compliment me like, wow, your earrings are so nice. So thank you so much. They're really beautiful. There's another pair I got. I got a pair of two. So they're really beautiful earrings, and you can also tell that they are handmade. Like, people are so creative, people are so crafty, right? And that's what I admire so much about people. They can come up with different things. Thank you so much, Mia. I appreciate you. Mia, do you work? What do you do for a living? Are you a student? Are you a mom? Are you a banker? Are you an architect? What do you do for a living, basically? And how is it over there in America? Do you like it over there? I've heard some Americans say that they don't like the country, they don't like Donald Trump's some policies that he has. Some people have a few things to complain about, like taxes. I don't know. I feel like everybody's perspective in where they live is different. So when I meet someone that comes from a particular place or experience a particular thing, I don't like to generalize because we all have different opinions about, and we all have different viewpoints on things. Oh, Mia sings. Oh, Mila. I've been calling you Mia. Mila. Mila. Oh, Mila loves SZA Caesar. I don't know how to pronounce that really. Mia loves Caesar. Mila. Oh, Mila, you sing. That's beautiful. That's so nice. I feel like singing is such a beautiful thing because that's your God-given natural talent, like your voice. I feel like singing is not something you can buy, though it's something you can learn by continuous training. But if you have a good voice, you have a good voice, and if you don't have like a melodious voice, you don't. So if you sing, that's very beautiful. That's very lovely. Junior said, no, Junior, I think you missed that part. Maybe you were not here, but there was a part I was trying to explain that I've heard some certain nurses and doctors talk about how they are overworked. I don't think it's great that people in the medical department, they work so much, even over time. I was talking about that earlier, but I think you left the live, so you didn't catch that part. But I was talking because you mentioned that you work often. You mentioned that you work every day, and I was trying to see how I read somewhere someone that worked in medical department, she was complaining about how you guys are overworked, right? So I talked about that earlier. So I got this coloring book. I got this coloring book because Sally is not here. I didn't bring it, but I have this coloring book. When you become an adult, there are certain things I feel like everybody should have hobbies, things that they do to like de-stress. And when I mean de-stress, I mean when you're stressed, when you're anxious, when you're overworked, everyone should have hobbies that they do to relax. Yeah, that's the word. Hobbies to relax. I don't mean like going out partying. I don't mean like drinking or drowning yourself in your sorrows. I mean actual hobbies that help you to relax. And for me, I think one of the hobbies I'm going to go into is coloring. I feel like coloring is such a relaxing activity because you just sit there and you try to like put the colors together and you are able to like paint and color. Like it's not stressful and it also clears your hair. So that's a new hobby I'm looking at going into. Timilei, hi! It's been such a long time. Not that long. Let me just say like a week ago. It's been a while. How are you, Timilei? I remember that you said you were starting like a startup, right? I remember that. So how is it going? How has it been? How has it been so far? How is work, by the way? It's like besides working on your startup, I don't really know what you do. Are you a business person? Do you sell things? Like besides knowing about your startup, I mean, I don't really know much about what else you do. I know you also mentioned that you build websites. Yeah, I remember that. So I guess you're into tech. Junior said overworking is our main thing, though, especially here in West Africa. You know how things are. Sadly, actually, sadly, actually, and as terrible as it sounds, I would say another thing is that we are understaffed when it comes to staffs that work in the medical field. We are actually understaffed, and another thing is a lot of our able hands, they end up migrating, right? Hold on. A lot of our able staffs, they end up migrating due to low pay, due to like just basically just the working environment is no longer conducive for them. So a lot of our able hands end up migrating. So we are a bit understaffed in the medical department. Like you can have 10 sick people and only have like 3 people to attend to those like 10 sick people. I have someone here new on the live. This is the first time I'm seeing this name. I'm going to I'm going to try to pronounce it. Hyla Samson. Did I get that correctly? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Hyla Hyla Samson. Hi, Hyla Samson. Welcome to the live. No, you're not dreaming. You're here for real. And why did you say that? That I caught you off guard and you must be dreaming. Why did you say that? Nice to have you here, anyways. But this your name. I really want to know, like, where are you from? What ethnicity or what country is this, by the way? Hi Rem, welcome to the live. There's no need to delete your comments, Rem. I can see your comments. Welcome to the live. I think it's your first time of being here. Thank you so much for joining. So this is like most often times, most of my lives, I do try to like talk about like serious topics or things like that. But for today, there's no particular serious topic. We are just discussing. So whatever it is that you want us to discuss about, you can just drop a comment and we would see about if you have questions or contributions or anything like that. Thank you so much, Rem. Samson said the beauty just feels like a fever dream moment. Oh, really? Does it? Network is kind of bad, so I hope this live is not lagging. Like I hope the video is not lagging actually. Yes, so I just took off the microphone because my battery was low, and I hope everyone can still hear me. But I know the audio will not be as clear as when I was using the mic, but my phone battery is quite low, so I had to take off the microphone so as to plug in my phone charger. Thank you so much, Samson, for the comment. Please, I hope you're subscribed to my channel. Don't forget, if you're here, don't forget to subscribe. Very, very important, guys. Similarly said, yes, I'm into tech and digital services. Okay, that's nice. So do you work for yourself or you work in a company? Because I know that right now there are so many companies that are coming into tech and they do recruit. So are you like a freelancer, if I put it that way, like a freelancer? You can work for yourself, but then at the same time you can also work for other people. Hi, Koja. Hey, I'm saying I'm seeing different names here that I don't know if I'm pronouncing them correctly. Hi, Koja. How are you? I'm from Nigeria, by the way. Please don't delete messages after I see them. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm going to respond to everybody's message, okay? So please, if you send a message, I'm reading everything step by step. You don't have to delete anything. I saw your message, Koja. I'm from Nigeria, by the way, and I appreciate you being here. So don't feel any type of way because I responded late. I'm so sorry. Similarly, someone is asking how we can get into tech, like website building and stuff. I don't think it's something that you can learn on a live chat. That's the honest truth. I don't think you can, like, whatever he's going to explain to you here is going to be more complicated than what he's going to need to type out. It's something that you can either watch other YouTube videos and learn it, or I don't know, you can get someone that really does it one-on-one to talk to you. But it's not something you can type out, because I know a little about the process, and it's a bit bulky. That's my honest opinion though. Hi, Sunface. I think I've seen you here before. Sunface, your name sounds familiar, but if this is your first time joining my live, you are highly welcome. It's so nice to have you here. It's lovely to see you. I hope you had a great day. I hope you had a great week, and we are heading towards the weekend. So how are you going to spend your weekend? Are you going to be partying? Are you going to be resting? Or are you still going to be working? Or maybe you're visiting family? So what plans do you have for the coming weekend? Because it's Thursday already, and it's almost weekend already. So you want to start making plans now, or maybe you just stay at home and rest if you don't have anything major to do. Timberlane said, how about your furniture business? I said I could help with 3D modeling of furniture also to boost sales. Okay, yes, I remember that. So I'm not ready yet, but as soon as I'm ready for that, I will definitely get in touch with you. I don't think I haven't forgotten, but as soon as I'm ready, I will get in touch with you for that. I think it's such a great idea, the 3D modeling thing. Even before you mentioned, I had already thought about it, and I was saying that okay, I was going to look for someone that does this type of a thing. But it's so great that you do it, and I think you're also in my city. I think you're also in Abuja, so like even better, we'll be able to relate more. But I'm not ready for it yet. I'm not ready yet, but definitely as soon as I am, I will definitely get in touch with you, Timilene. Thank you so much. Musha 3 said, what's up? How are you? I'm fine. I'm doing good. I'm great and awesome. I'm doing my best, though I don't feel good every day, but I do try my best to like show up and do the work that needs to be done. Even though it's not perfect, I believe that slow progress is better than no progress at all. So like every day I just show up, do the best that I can do, be the best person that I can be. I pray, I hope for the best, basically. That's what I do. How are you also, Musha? I hope you're doing well. I love this your DP, this meme that you have on your DP, this thinking meme. It's funny, it's nice. Thank you for being here, Musha. I hope that you're subscribed to the chat. Please, if you're on this live, subscribe to my channel. Okay, I do go live like almost every day, if not every day, like every 2 days. So feel free to like stay in touch. Feel free to talk with me. Timilene say, yeah, I work for a company and I also work for myself. Beautiful, amazing. I feel like some people work for companies full time, but if you have the opportunity, don't just be in one place. You can freelance and you can also work for a company. I think it gives you more opportunities. I think it gives you the chance to like explore and be more than one thing. Musha said, I like your hair today. Oh, so other days I'll be coming here, Musha. My hair has not been nice. Is that what you're trying to say? That my hair was not nice other days? Thank you so much, though. I appreciate. Thank you very much. I'm grateful. I also like your vibes today. At least today, I think there's some days you've been on my live and you didn't say anything. So thank you for commenting today. I appreciate you. Something said, no days off, it's all work, every day is pain, LOL. I can relate on a deeper level because there are days that I felt like every day is work. Like do you know that sometimes if you skip one day, it feels as if you have gone back like 2 days. And one thing about me is that I'm such a workaholic. If I'm not working, I feel like I'm wasting time. If I'm not working, I feel like I'm wasting away. Like I need to put extra effort into resting. Like rest does not come to me by default. And either I'm working or I'm thinking about the next work I have to do, or I'm thinking about the work I haven't done, or I'm trying to manufacture some sort of work in my head. I'm so used to always being productive that I don't know how to sit down and not do anything. Like it's a big issue. People don't realize how much being a workaholic could be a struggle, because even when you need to relax, you're still working. I remember there was a time I had a minor accident at the gym that I couldn't walk for like a month. I dislocated my knee. Even there, where I was like limping, right? And I was wearing these knee braces so that the dislocation can come back together. I still felt the need to get up and do work. I was still running my business. I was still doing house chores because I didn't know how to sit down for a whole day and not do anything. Being a workaholic, like people try to glamorize it, right, make it look like something that is nice, but the reality is that it's not balanced. Okay, even the days where you should be resting, you cannot bring yourself to actually rest. Okay, because I felt like yeah, some faiths. Okay, yeah, I know you now you do comment on my videos. I remember you. uh, you changed your name, so that's